Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements this December, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Hello everybody on Spiritual Psychics TV tonight. My name is Polly Harnett and I'm really pleased to be joining you all this evening, and I'll be working with mediumship tonight. Sorry, my words just came out all a little bit strange then. Obviously Spirit are trying to work with me already. Well, I know they are, because I've just told Mr. Producer that I have somebody with me already. So if you don't know me already, my name is Polly Harnett. You might see me on the Sunday sofa, which again is starting tomorrow, which is very exciting, with the lovely Jane Morton. So please do join us tomorrow at 4 o'clock as well. But like I said, tonight we are going to be doing mediumship, and how I'm going to work, I'm just going to explain that to you now. There really isn't much point putting on, can I have a reading please, because that's not how I'm working tonight. I'm going to be throwing out the information, and if it does make sense to you, please do comment in the box and Mr. Producer will find out who this is for. So like I said, I'm just going to repeat that. Okay, making sure that you don't just keep writing, please may I have a reading. It's not because we don't care and we don't love you all and we don't want you to all have a reading. It is just the way I'm working tonight. I'm literally going to call on the spirits and see who would like to come through for you tonight. Okay, so please do keep your ears open. Please do share this as well. Okay, there may be lots of your friends or family that might also like to be watching this tonight, and yeah, please tag friends in and family members, because like I said, the further we go the better, and as much as you're spreading the love and all that positivity, then all of those lovely readings hopefully will be directed at you. Okay, so we'll be streaming tonight from Facebook and from YouTube. So please, please, please do share. Right, I'm just going to say a few hellos. So Natalia, lovely to see you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming, Natalia. Hello, Natasha Foley. How are you? It's a lovely picture. Rachel Williams, greeting from Wales. Hi. Hi, everyone in Wales, and especially Rachel. Hi, Jane. How are you doing? Hello, Linda Wilson. How are you? Hi, Jan. Hi, Ruth. Oh, and hello to everyone in the chat as well. Nikki, not just a mum. Hi. Hello, Susan. A big hi to Jade. Hello, Shelley. How are you? Hi, Louise. First time watching. Welcome, Louise. Hello, Tina. Even though she's saying hi to Mary. Hi, Heather. Hi, Joanne. Hello, Mary. God, Mary, I think you've got loads of followers tonight. Hi, Cheryl. And let's one more hello, and a big hello to Emma from lovely Fareham, just down the road from me. Loving the emojis. Hello to absolutely everybody on Facebook and YouTube this jolly Saturday evening. It's been an absolutely wonderful, nice, warm day. I hope you all got to make the most of it before we get the winter coming in. It has been absolutely beautiful. So just a quick reminder for anyone that has just joined us, please do share, please spread the love, tag people in. Everybody's welcome on Spiritual Psychics TV. So again, just quickly, the way I'm going to be working tonight, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see, is that I'm going to be asking Spirit to come in for all of you lovely people, and I'm going to give you the information. If the information does make sense to you, please do let us know in the comments, and also please let us know which part of the information makes sense to you. If I give you some information, for example, and it makes sense, yes, that part makes sense, just so we know that we're all on the same page there. Okay, so I'm hoping that everything is okay this end. So I'm just going to take a second and I'm going to put it out to your lovely spirit loved ones and see who comes in first. Right, okay. Now, just before I started this evening, I was telling Mr. Producer that I've just got a chappie coming in here. Now, when I do mention names, these names could be the person in spirit, or they could be associated with the person down here. So please do know that they could be earthbound or upstairs bound, okay, as long as they make sense to you. Now, I've got a gentleman that is just coming in, okay, and he's I want to say he's not he looks older than he was, put it that way. He's quite when I say a slight man, he's certainly quite a slim gentleman. He looks like he should be sort of working on the land, okay, but I'm not quite sure he did. He's sort of coming in here with, he's wearing a flat cap, but he's also missing teeth at the front of his mouth there, okay. I want to say the bottom and the top could have been gone, okay, but he's got the rest of his teeth, or most of the ones at the back, but the front ones seem to be missing there. Now, I want to say that he probably hunted, okay, because he's got like a gun with him, or he would have had a gun, okay. Like I said, it feels like he should be working on the land, but it might just be that he just like to shoot, okay. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, so I do apologise there. It's like a rifle type gun rather than a pistol type gun as well, okay. Now I want to say he keeps showing me pigeons, so he either kept pigeons or there's clay pigeons involved there. He's quite, I want to say, like a quiet man. He's sort of, all right with the people that he knew, but he's sort of a little bit sort of reclusive in some ways as well. He doesn't like a lot of people around, but he's actually quite a nice guy. It just feels like he was a bit sort of a loner in his life. Like I said, there's a certain amount of people that he would have called his friends there. Okay, I would say he looks like he should be in his 60s somewhere, so about 60 to 65, okay. He doesn't look like an elderly man. I feel like he actually looked older than he was, okay, or the age of 65 would be significant around him. He keeps going to his chest as well, okay, so there could have been some heart issues around there, but certainly some breathing issues. Does this make sense to anybody so far? Okay, right then, Nikki, that sounds like your husband, Nikki. Right, Nikki, please, will you let us know the flat cap and missing teeth? Right, okay. Now, did he have a gun, Nikki? Because he's definitely showing me that he would have had one at some point. He keeps shooting birds, actually. So I'm not sure if this is pheasant or whether it's something a little bit smaller there, but he's definitely got a gun, or he would have had, like, at some point in his life, he's showing me. He would also like have known the traveller community, because when he comes in, he's like, he, you know, he's giving him a bit of a gypsy handshake there. Okay, he would have known quite a lot of people. Millie, I can take some of this message. I just want to see if there's more info, as it sounds like my friend Wayne. There's an element here like he would have either known of, but my husband's dad was that age. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he would have known the travellers, or there would have been some association there with that. Okay, but he's sort of passed quite quickly in the end, this gentleman. He's sort of, it's all quite a sudden passing, or a sudden decline in his health there that he's talking about. Now he's talking about the person down here that is, oh, I feel suddenly quite sick. The person that he's talking about down here has been suffering from, I would say, some mental health problems. Okay, because he's showing me here that somebody's been quite stressed out. The person he's talking about down here has been quite stressed. Okay, probably an air gun. It's like a rifle type looking gun. Okay, not a massive one, but it is sort of a rifle looking gun. He's definitely shooting birds. He wore the Peaky Blinder big fan too. Okay, Nikki, is this making sense to you? I really would need to know that this is all making sense to you. Did he have any links to the traveller community? And it's like talking about whoever's down here that is connected to him has been struggling with their health a little bit, is a little bit up and down. It's almost like things they go, if it makes sense with you, that either you or somebody around you is almost going from like being in a reasonably good mood and then suddenly sort of quite explosive. Okay, so not dealing with things very well. Okay, because he's saying he's watching this. Okay, he's saying that we need to calm down. All right, we need to calm down here. Okay, he's showing me like you're running here, there and everywhere there. Is this making sense to anyone else? Okay, this makes sense. And he passed suddenly in his sleep. I had an air rifle. He used to like it. Millie. Okay, Millie, keep listening as well, please. Okay, Carrie Ann Marshall, my health. Okay, my stepdad used to shoot birds. I want all the information to fit here. Okay, so the hat, the cap and the teeth there as well. Okay, he used to shoot birds. Only in the way of boxing and underground boxing. I don't know if that fits. Right, okay, I want to say Millie, I think. Say Millie, I think this is possibly for you. Millie, does it make sense around like a worry or stress around you at the moment? And also this gentleman's holding like a baby up there, a baby that has been lost from spirit. Okay, now this is a baby boy. And this would either be again associated with you or associated with him. Okay, because this baby would have been lost before it was born. Okay, let me see what else he has to say. Okay, Millie, have you got 3 children? Because are you one of 3? He wore a Del Boy hat, a white one, and he knocked his front teeth out as well. Okay, and he did like the gun made sense with you as well. Millie, he just wants you to know, I do feel this is for you, Millie. He just wants you to know to stop worrying and stop stressing about something at the moment. He's also talking about a decision that's been like around you at the moment. Okay, a decision about to. It's like I'll need to go forward with something, but you're just a bit hesitant. This feels like it also could be around a work situation with you that you need to make a conscious decision about. Okay, now he's saying here that it's like to go for it. Okay, it's really important that you go for it. This new venture, this new job, this new situation around you. Okay, he said stop being hesitant. Okay, he says you're so much better than you think you are. All right, you're so much better than you think you are, he says. I can take the baby. Okay, good. You're so much better than you think you are. It's like you're worth so much more than you think. And he's just saying here that you've got to stop putting yourself down. Okay, stop putting yourself down all the time. It's important that you see your worth and see yourself for how other people are seeing you, Millie, at the moment. It's really important that you do start to see that. Right, let me see what else I got from him. He said this has been a long time coming, so it doesn't feel like he's come through very much at all, actually, Millie. In fact, he says that he didn't know if he quite believed in all this. He had a belief, like, let's say, but he could, like I said, be a bit sort of reclusive sometimes. Okay, he kept himself to himself quite a lot of the time. I can definitely take this. I've been struggling a lot with anxiety and socializing. Excellent. Not excellent, but excellent. You're understanding it, making sure that you put yourself first. Okay, it's really, really important. He keeps talking about three children. So I don't know if you're one of three or you have three. Okay, but he keeps talking about three. Who is it that he's eating? Do you know if he did, or is this you that eats cold baked beans out of a tin? Because he just keeps showing me that. Okay. Bit of a random piece of information, but he's like showing me baked beans out of a tin. It defo has. I feel like I haven't spoke to him for so long. He believed in Buddhism. Okay, no, actually Buddhists, I don't think actually believe in reincarnation like we do. I'm just having a quick drink, bear with me. But yeah, he's quite a simple soul, but actually quite a nice guy. Okay, but Millie, just take the message, because he has been watching over you, and it's really important that you understand that he's been watching over you. He keeps talking about your eyebrows being done as well. Okay, so I don't know if you've got an appointment booked for your eyebrows. In your picture, you look stunning, and I really don't think there's anything wrong with your eyebrows, but he's talking about getting your eyebrows done. He's been listening to like some sort of conversation around that. Okay, this is quite recent as well. He's also showing me a dress, for an outfit for an occasion coming up, and it feels like this should be like an engagement or a wedding. Okay, he keeps showing me like you looking or browsing through, like, I want to say, online sites. Okay, so he's been watching you do this as well. I can't take the baked beans. Maybe he did that. He actually was an alcoholic, but was a lovely man. I'm so happy to hear from him. Oh, that's lovely. I think it must have been him with the baked beans. Okay, because he's literally eating baked beans out of a tin cold. Now, it's the sort of thing I do because I like baked beans, but it's not obviously that relevant. But he just wanted to talk to him about it. You have been saying that about your eyebrows. Well, your eyebrows look perfect to me, but if you want them done, if that makes you feel better, then absolutely do. But he's been listening to the conversation anyway. Okay, now I don't know who calls eyebrows growlers or something, but he's talking about growlers. So somebody's been making a joke about a monobrow or something, but he's just like having a bit of a giggle about it and thinks it's quite funny anyway. Millie, he just wants to rev you up a little bit, because it's really important here that you do start believing in yourself. He's definitely saying here that you need to start believing in yourself when it comes to some sort of job or opportunity. Okay, it's like go for it, believe in yourself. Please do take that message. Okay, he's I want to say a little bit of a man of few words. He's only telling me certain things, and that's absolutely fine. He can tell me whatever he likes, but just know that he's around you, and he's been around you rather a lot, Millie. So just take his love, and know he's not gone anywhere. No, he's not gone anywhere at all. Right, he wants to blow a kiss. Blows a kiss at you. Right, I'm going to leave him there. Let me see who is coming through next. Right then. Okay, I've got another gentleman coming through. It's obviously man night. Okay, I've got another gentleman coming through. He says he's a father. Hello, Gillian. He says he's a father to somebody on here. He keeps shouting the name Michelle. Michelle, okay. He's the father of Michelle. Now, I want to say, it feels like he would have had a cancerous condition. He's making me feel rather sick. Okay, he's going down to his stomach area. He's making me feel quite ill there. Okay, so there was a lot of reflux going on with him. When I do work, I work very empathically sometimes, and I do tend to get their problems. Okay, now what he is talking about. Oh, let's just read Millie's. Honestly, that's amazing. I've never heard from him since he died. Thank you. Everyone has brought me lots of comfort. Oh, that's lovely. Right. Thank you, Millie. That was lovely working with you. This gentleman is a dad here. He's talking about Michelle. So Michelle feels like a daughter to him. Okay. He's talking about, I feel it's a cancerous condition, but he keeps going to his stomach area. Okay. He's making me feel really refluxy there as well. And he makes me want to feel, I feel quite sick when he comes through. Now, when I do feel like this, I really want to emphasize that anybody that has passed away does not continue to have their illness or the problem that they passed away with. They are just, as they come closer to me and I work with them, they become more earthly as they come down to my energy, and I end up feeling sick or whatever's going on with them. So please do not think that they are still suffering up there. They are not. Okay. My mum's name is Michelle. Okay, we'll just see if anybody else has that. He had cancer, but it was a brain tumor. Not sure. Okay, Michelle is my husband's mum. Right, okay. I feel Michelle is my sister. This is right, it's got to all make sense. This gentleman up here, he's saying he's a dad to Michelle. I feel like Michelle should be watching. Okay, if she's not, then I do apologize. Okay, he's talking about, I feel cancerous, or if not, there was some very bad stomach issue there and a reflux coming up. Okay, he's talking about the person down here being somehow in the care sector. Okay, somehow in like working with care, working in care. Now, I'm not quite sure if this is a nurse or a care assistant type thing, but he's talking about possibly losing their job. Okay, now I feel like there is some link there to the COVID injection. I know I shouldn't go down that road, but I've got to because it's coming into my head. That somebody's worried that they're going to lose their job because of not wanting a vaccine. Okay, now you don't have to admit that on here. You don't want to, but the information should make sense. Okay, somebody's worried about doing this because they don't want to have it, or they don't feel it's for them. It doesn't feel relevant. Michelle Smith could be my dad. Michelle, does this information make sense to you around all of what I have just said? Okay, because he's adamant that there's something that I'm worried about down here. Okay, or having to make a decision that I don't want to make. Okay, I don't think this is for you, Amber. I'm just not. Maybe, I don't know. I'll carry on talking. Okay. He's also talking about the lady down here has been, yes, it makes sense with Michelle. I want to say, Michelle, if it's your dad and you're obviously Michelle, then it feels like this is for you. Okay. Michelle, he's saying here that not to worry. Okay. Because if you are either thinking of leaving your situation, or if you are sort of looking for some sort of other work, okay, he is saying here that something's going to come up. He's literally sending you something. Okay, he's literally sending you something soon. It's almost like I've just got to keep looking at the internet. He's showing me, is it called Indeed or something? I can't remember what it's called, but it's like an internet online job thing. Yeah, it's like that I'm seeing. Okay, he's showing me just keeping this lookout. All right, keeping a lookout, but he is also saying that there's something which is a very interesting thing to say, that something's going to be overturned in the next sort of year and a half or so. Okay, because he's saying that just because you can't do it now doesn't mean that you can't do it later on. Okay, now I don't know this information because I'm just telling you what he's telling me. Okay, He's really in my head to the point I feel like I am your dad, Michelle, at the moment. Okay, this has been one of the strongest people that have come in for so long. He says not to worry, not to worry. Okay, something's coming up. It still feels like you're helping people, to be honest, or you're going to be helping vulnerable people in some way, but maybe not in the capacity that you currently are, but you're going to be able to do this. Okay, now he is saying, have you ever thought about working with the children, the vulnerable children? Okay, because he is like showing me something here where there could be like almost something still in a care capacity, but maybe with younger people. Okay, not necessarily the older vulnerable people. Okay, he's definitely saying that just keep that eye out, keep the eye out. Okay, it's definitely that. Now, talking about eyes, he keeps rubbing eyes. Okay, so I don't know if you've been having like some allergy or irritation around your eye area, or you or a partner have, because he keeps rubbing them like they feel dry and gritty. Okay, now he's telling either you or whoever this is that is close to you that they need to go to the optician and they need to get this sorted out. Okay, it just feels like there's an irritation on the cornea area of somebody's eye. Okay, nothing major, it just needs like some sort of eye drops or sorting out. Okay, so if it doesn't make sense, it will make sense there. Okay, and he just wants you to oh sorry, he keeps making me want to burp. I won't do that. I'm just having a very quick drink. I'm not drinking anything dodgy, it's just tonic water because it's just nice. Right, well, I hope that made sense, Michelle. Please let us know that it did. Okay, if it did, just yes is absolutely fine. Okay, if it doesn't make sense, then it will very soon. Very soon. That was really boom, boom, boom. Yes, my sister. I can't remember what I was even talking about now, because that sort of it just came out my mouth, and it will make sense. You're welcome, Michelle. You're welcome. Right then. Where do I want to go now? The viewers. Oh, okay, that's not even me. Right. Okay. Right. I am just going to just close my eyes for a minute. He was so strong. He was so strong that he's like sort of overtaken me a little bit there, and that sort of happens sometimes, and I just have to cut myself off. Hi, Howell, how are you doing? Let's do a couple more hellos, and then it will just cut off that link. Hello, Anna Lee from Los Angeles. Beautiful picture. Hello, Faye. Hello, Wendy. Lauren, hi, Spirit, Kos and Joanne. And hello to them too. Right then. Let me see. Okay. Right, let's see if I can get a lady coming through, because we've had two gentlemen. Okay. Right. This is going to be interesting. I've got Doris and Margaret. Doris and Margaret, I don't even know if they're connected. So this is going to be a moment of work for me. Right, Doris and Margaret. Now they do feel like they're either related or they're very, very good friends. Okay. Now Doris looks more, I'd say smaller, slightly rounded figure there. Okay, she would have had darker hair in her youth. All right, she's got glasses on. Okay, but she keeps looking over the top of them like that. like a librarian. Okay, her hair's gone sort of like what do you call it, sort of salt and pepper, let's say. Okay, and it sort of feels like it's sort of shoulder length or just above there. Okay, now she's sort of a bit of a fan of her cardies. All right, she's like wrapping her cardie around like that. Hello, Brent. Wrapping her cardie around her like that. Margaret feels like he's a very close friend or family there as well, but I'm not seeing Margaret so much. It's just Doris. All right, Doris is quite a character as well. Okay, it's like, do you know when you get like sort of an inappropriate old lady? She is a little bit inappropriate, okay, but it's almost like she doesn't really mean to be. It's like I'm always a little bit worried about what's going to come out of her mouth. Okay, that's my mum and elder sister Mary. Does this make sense to you, Mary? Doris could be like, you know, when somebody says things, how it's like they just say it, they don't really think about the consequences. Okay, it's like, you know, you go to them with like a question and you get like an honest answer, like literally an honest answer there. Okay, now she's quite who's that can take Doris and Margaret? Andrea. Okay, I think I'm with Mary too. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, please let us know if that makes sense to you, Mary. Okay, because she is sort of quite a character there. And it's like I wouldn't want to sort of argue with her either, but in a lovely way at the same time. Now at the moment they're sitting there chatting in these chairs. Okay, and they're really funny. But you know the chairs that you sometimes get in like sort of the high back, what are they called, Mr. P? You know those sort of high back chairs with a bit there. Do you know what I mean? Don't you? They sit sort of quite upright. Oh, he does know. Anyway, bless her, she's talking about her bladder down here. Okay, she's it makes sense to you. She's talking about her bladder down here. It's like I literally have to keep going to the toilet like every 5 minutes, and I'm not quite sure if this is Doris or Margaret, but one of them was on water tablets, seriously, because she keeps talking about the water tablets, and it's almost like she couldn't go very far because she keep having to dash to the toilet. Okay, now I know that was a little bit personal, that she's telling me it. Okay, so I'm guessing it's okay to say it out loud. All right. Now she is also talking about, I'm not sure if this is you, Mary, that's had a swollen leg or a swollen knee. Okay, winged back chair. Thank you, Spirit of Love. I love it when they come up with the goods. Do you remember the winged back chairs, Mr. P? No, he says he's too young. Yeah, she's saying about a swollen knee or a swollen ankle. Okay, because I'm getting like that, but I do feel like this is either you, Mary, or somebody around you that needs looking at. Okay, now she's talking about the medical word is called an oedema or something like that. Okay, well, I don't know if it is, but that's what she's saying. But it needs looking at or sorting out. All right, and it's like I'm trying to massage somebody's knee or foot or ankle there. Okay, because it's like I'm trying to get that sort of I'm trying to get the circulation going there as well. She's talking about either you, Mary, or somebody again very close to you that needs to start looking after themselves a little bit better, because she's talking about I want to say blood sugars there. Okay, something needs sorting out, or it just might be somebody's medication just needs tweaking a little bit there as well. She's actually quite a character. She's like, you know, when you sort of like I said, a little bit worried about what's going to come out of her mouth, like I said, but she is talking about these things quite openly. Does this make sense to you, Mary? Have we got any more comments from Mary? Okay, does it make sense with anybody else as well? I'm not sure about the bladder. Mum had a wingback chair. Okay, she's definitely talking about a bladder. It might have been Margaret, to be fair. Okay, like I said, they're sort of coming in as one at the moment. Okay, your left foot. So your left foot is a bit swollen there, right? Okay, that makes sense then. She's definitely showing me as well what somebody watching their blood sugars. Okay, so please do let us know about that. because it seems to be important. Like I said, Mary, it's either you or somebody very close to you there that would need just to have a little look at that, okay? But she's definitely massaging that sort of area on your leg or foot that needs sort of like looking at, if you like, okay? Let's see. Anybody that can take this as well, please do keep commenting, okay, because it's important that sometimes this is a double message or even a triple message, okay? Glenys can take the blood sugars as well. Glenys, keep listening, lovely. They do like to jump in and sort of, you know, you have bad circulation, Mary. I do think we've got a couple of you here then that this is making sense with. Please do keep listening. Does the name John also make sense to either of you, okay, or Jack? Because I keep seeing the J name there, but it's a short J name, okay. And which of you have got either links with Australia or there is somebody living in Australia there as well, because it's like there's somebody over the seas that we should be in contact with as well, okay. Now I want to say Doris is a right card. She's actually quite amusing. She's quite an amusing woman and quite a well-respected woman as well, I'm going to be honest with you, Mary. But yeah, she's one of my sisters has been living on salad since her partner passed 2 years ago. Okay, did I say anything about that? Because I can't even remember now. John and Jack make sense to Glenys, and Australia makes sense to Glenys. Okay. Oh, I think we've got a definite double link going on there. All right, if this is all making sense to both of you, that is perfect. Okay, is that a scarecrow? That just really threw me. That just really threw me. So that makes sense with you, Glenys, as well. Okay. Right, and also Glenys, can I just go to Glenys just for a moment there? I just keep seeing a gentleman that would have passed in the First World War, okay, that seems to be connected to you as well. But he is talking about, like, literally, I feel like I've either lost a limb there or literally been shot or hit with something. Because there's a gentleman that I'm going back to that is associated as well, that is definitely First World War, not second, I feel, okay. And there's also a name like Edward or Ed or Ted, okay, that comes through there as well, okay. I do hope this makes sense to you. Please do let us know, Glenys or Mary, because like I said, I'm sort of trying to work between both of you at the moment. Glenys, for some reason, I want to give you a piece of amethyst. Jack was an uncle, one of Mum's brothers. That makes sense. Good. Amethyst. But this is for Glenys. Oh, your great uncle is Ted. Right. You know that raw one there? You know the one like that? It's like I want to give that to Glenys, okay? Glenys, I feel like with you at the moment you really need a little bit of, it's like you put your guard up, Glenys, okay? When I say put your guard up, it just feels like somebody has been taking advantage of you somehow, okay? Or literally you've got family in, God, this is right spooky. I reckon you two are related. Yeah, Glenys, just be careful of people taking advantage of your good nature, I want to say, okay? Now, some people don't mean to be, but can be a little bit selfish. And Doris is saying to you, Glenys, making sure that you just don't keep giving, all right? And make sure that you sort of take a little bit of energy back for yourself. It just feels like you've got a very, very big heart, Glenys, and that people do, like I said, they don't mean to take advantage. It's just that we sometimes let them. But she's saying just say no sometimes, all right? Say no sometimes, Glenys, and look after you for a minute, all right? It's like everybody a bit, because you're just so giving, okay? It's almost like I've got a little bit of your heart over here, a little bit of heart over here, a little bit of heart over here, all right? And she's just saying she wants you to get your heart back and just be whole for a moment, okay? Just look after you. Mary, I'm just going to pop to your Doris, okay? What does she want to say? Mary, now, do you know, Mary, that you have got mediums in your family? Okay. Your Doris is saying that you're very skilled. Okay, you're very talented in this spiritual world. I know that we always say that we never stop learning, and we never do as mediums. But she's just saying here that she just wants you to be pushing your teaching out there. Now, I don't know if you teach anything to do with this at the moment, but it feels like I want you to be teaching what you know. Okay. She keeps also showing me spiritual arts. I don't know if you've been dabbling around your late husband Ted. Okay. I feel like I want to group hug everyone at the moment. I feel all emotion. Mary, is there something about spiritual art? Okay. Or something like that. I don't know if you've tried it or dabbled in it, but it feels important that you do. Okay. It's important that you start expressing yourself a little bit more in that department. It's like I want to see you, Mary, sitting here and me watching you at the moment. Okay. She wants you to sort of be a little bit more out there. Now, I know that's your choice and your decision whether you want to do that or not, but it feels important that people are seeing a little bit of Mary. Okay. And yeah, like your gifts. So please do share them. Okay. And please let us know if that makes sense to you. Okay. Are we finished, Doris's? Glenys, you're welcome. Your Doris keeps showing me this pink rose bush, a pink rose bush, and it's for you. Okay. Please know that your Dorises are up here, okay, and they're looking out for you, and the Margarets should make sense, and the Teds should make sense, and the John or the Jacks should make sense. They're all here gathered there for you both, okay. Like I said, it's almost so spooky you could be related. It's quite a lovely thing. So I'm glad. It's like 2 for the price of 1, isn't it, Mr. P? Right then, I'm going to send their love to you, okay. Lots of love and kisses to both of you, and thank you for working with me. Yeah, let's do some adverts.
You're watching a demonstration of mediumship with Polly Harnett. The show will continue after these short messages. From 9:30 p.m. tonight we have our after-show chat. This is via Zoom and everyone is welcome to join us. Login details are placed in the SPTV fan page. Tomorrow from 11 a.m., we have our Divine Service with Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. Their guest this week is Wendy Lyons. Tomorrow afternoon, we welcome back the Sunday Sofa with Polly and Jane, that starts from 4 p.m. Then in the evening from 8 p.m., Marcus Lapser hosts our free VIP mediumship development class. For more information on our broadcasts, schedule, and information about the presenters, please visit our website. Well, that's it for the announcements. I'll pass you back to Polly. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I do like that automated voice. How exciting. I didn't know I was going to be automated. Right, okay. I feel a bit wonky. Right then. I was so interested in listening to those adverts for a moment. I completely forgot where I was. I thought I was just being a viewer for a moment there. Right then. I hope you're enjoying the show so far, everybody. So please do share and tag somebody so we can build our lovely SPTV channel to all of you all over the country, all over the world. Glynis, thank you. Nice message, so true. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been lovely working with you, sweetie. Right then. Who is next then? Who is next? Hi, Morgan. What a lovely picture. Right, I just need to tune in a little bit more. Tina Place. Oh, love Tina. She's an absolute little angel. Right then, let me see. I'm just going to close my eyes for a moment. Okay. Do you know, I just closed my eyes and I can feel myself rocking I just feel myself rocking away there. There's somebody coming in that did. Okay, they did rock quite a lot there. Let me see some information. No, it is not. Mr. P. Right, okay. Right, I have got somebody here and they are rocking, and I'm just asking them who they are and who they are connected to. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's like weird being an empath sometimes, because you start feeling it, you feel everything, you start doing it. It's quite an intense feeling sometimes. Okay, this lady has just walked forward to me, okay, and when she was here, okay, I want to say the last 2 years of her life, there's a very, very, one saying decline in her health. She's like showing me that she had to go into a nursing home, but there was a little bit of like upset about this, because she hadn't originally wanted to go into a nursing home. And she's talking about, I want to say that there's 3 children around her, okay, that were sort of trying to work out if they could keep her at home. I'm not getting a name yet, so bear with. There was definitely like a dementia or an Alzheimer's around this lady there. It's funny because she didn't, you know, when you look at somebody and you could have been quite deceived. She looked quite, I would say, youngish for her age, she was quite, it's like she would have taken care of herself, and it would have mattered what she looked like. Helen, hello, sounds like my grandma. There's definitely like a 2-year span around her going into a nursing home before she passed, okay. She's showing me here that she would have loved her hair done, okay, so it would have been important even when she wasn't in the best of health to have had her hair done as well, okay. Now I want to say that there is almost, I want to say there's probably going to be a double link here again, because I feel like they've got another person in that feels here like they could have passed more recently as well, to be fair, okay, because there's this lady coming in here, but there's also another lady that's joined me that it feels like she might have been over the COVID period, okay, because she's not showing me she wasn't able to have visitors, okay. I've got 2 whole different people here. Bear with me. Sorry, this is a little bit of a trickier one, because at the moment she's coming really close, and it, like I said, it makes them more earthly when they come to me like this, and then I feel like I also have confusion. You're grounded. Right, bear with me. I'm going to go first of all with the second one that came in. Has anybody got, or did anybody have a lady in that would have been, she would have passed away during the COVID period, okay, because she's talking here about it was important to her that to look nice, but it's almost like the hairdresser couldn't go in, all right, or the hairdresser couldn't go into the nursing home, or somebody was cutting their hair, but it wasn't like a professional job, okay. She's also talking here about her chest. She feels with her like there could have been like a pneumonia around her chest, okay, in her chest, because she's making me feel really out of breath. She's also talking about exhaustedly tired, okay, like really tired at the end of her life as well. It's almost like she couldn't keep awake for more than 5 minutes, okay. Helen, does this make sense to you? That passed with, right, but this is like specifically passed within the COVID period, so if they didn't, okay, it won't be for you, okay, so that will narrow it down, okay. It would have been within the last 18 months. My husband's nan passed away in home with COVID and bad chest. Helen, it is for you. I do feel it's for you, okay. Now she was, and the other information should make sense with you, Helen, as well, because she is talking about wanting to look nice. It was important that her clothes were nice. It was important that her clothes matched. Now I want to say prior to being in the nursing home, she would have been quite smartly dressed. Even in the home, she was quite smartly dressed, but she's definitely got more comfortable trousers, she said, okay, when she was in the nursing home, like almost like smart tracksuit bottoms, she's saying, okay. And she's showing me like a nice top she would have worn like with flowers. And then she's talking about like she liked yellow. She liked the color yellow, or like a pale yellow color. She's showing me, all right. She's quite I would say, even though she's sort of gone quite little and quite tiny, she's a bit of a force to be reckoned with there as well. Like when she was okay, she says, all right, it's like she's certainly not backwards and coming forward, but she's a really sweet woman as well. Okay. She was called Vera, lovely lady, dressed really nice. Yes, she really is. She's like got really nice clothes. But it was important that her children, her grandchildren, it's like when people bought her something, it was like always matching. Okay, she was like really matching. Now she's funny because she said that she became a little bit of a diva around food towards the end. Okay, now she's laughing about it. It's like things that she did like, she might not have liked anymore, all right, or she was quite particular about how food was presented or how the food was on the plate. However, she is like talking about like a nice roast, okay, a nice roast dinner, and apparently they did a nice roast dinner in the nursing home, but she's then saying that she used to choke a bit. Okay, so she had to have like thickener in her drink, or her food had to be sort of minced up. Okay, and it wasn't like her favorite to be minced up. She liked everything to be like in a specific order. So she's talking about her potatoes here, and then her peas or vegetables here, and the meat there. Okay, she only liked it if it was like looked like a dinner. A bit of a diva, like I said, but she's admitting it. Okay, she's laughing about it and she thinks it's hilarious. Now she wants you to know that she knows that she had to go into the nursing home because she was a liability to herself. All right, she was like getting dangerous, she said, and I do hope this makes sense to you. It just feels like her children and the grandchildren were like really worried about that decision about putting her in there, and she wants everyone to stop worrying about that. Okay, so whoever is worried about that around you, Helen, around your family, please tell them that it doesn't matter anymore. It just doesn't matter anymore. She said that the nursing home were actually quite nice. Oh my God, I can't even say that. Am I allowed to say that, Richard? She said she didn't like the fat nurse at night. I don't know if she ever did. I apologise. It's the way she said it. No disrespect to anybody of any weight, any size, you know, whether you're a size 6 or whether you're a size 24. I love you all. But she was like, she just didn't like the fat nurse at night because apparently she was grumpy. Okay, and she waddled, she said, and she thought it was quite funny. Right. If this is making sense with anybody else as well, please do listen, okay? Because it sometimes, like I said, it is a double link to this, and if it does make sense to anyone else as well as Helen, please let us know if that made sense to you. But anyone else that's listening today, anybody else that can take this, please do understand, okay? She's quite a character, and as her dementia sort of, let's say, worsened, or Alzheimer's or dementia, whatever it was, worsened, it's almost like she really didn't hold her tongue anymore. Okay, she probably would have told the nurse exactly what she thought of her. Okay, she's saying that she also had a couple of urine or kidney infections there that were quite bad and made her feel a bit doolally. She said, but actually she was already doolally, so it didn't matter. Now, I'm not sounding crass at all, because she's the one saying it, and she just wants to bring a little bit of fun and a little bit of laughter to you, Helen, at the moment, because life's been far too serious. She said, far too serious. She's talking about either changes to the house or moving house as well. Okay, so she's been talking about, and somebody's talking about a new sofa. She's talking about a new sofa. or wanting a new sofa. Somebody's cat or pet has been scratching or biting a sofa around you. Now, this could be a friend, it could be a family member, but she's just saying that somebody wants a new sofa, but it's almost like I want to wait just a couple more months, and then there's going to be a bargain, apparently at DFS. This is the most random one ever. She had loads. I don't know what she had loads of. What did she have loads of, Mr. P? She had loads. Helen said she had loads. I don't know. But she's just funny. Okay, funny. And she's also showing me, and this feels like it must have been on repeat in the nursing home or something. Oh, Daniel O'Donnell. Oh, her granddaughter did her house up and bought it. Right, okay. I don't know if they've got the new sofas, but it's definitely new sofas, but I want to wait a bit, okay? For some reason, I want to wait a bit because there's going to be a bargain to be had, and it's a really good bargain as well. Daniel O'Donnell, and I absolutely can't stand Daniel O'Donnell. It's not my favourite. Urine infections. Okay, urine infections. Okay. Does Daniel O'Donnell make sense to you for her? Okay, because she is laughing about that. Okay, now she likes what she's done to the house, but she said that she doesn't quite like, there's a colour on the walls that she's a bit iffy about. Okay, she's obviously it's not her house anymore. Okay, she can do whatever she likes with it, but she's just saying it's like a bit radical. Okay, there's something like a color, I'm not sure, there's a red color that she's added to the house, but it's a bit radical, and she likes what she has done with the kitchen though. All right, she does like what she's done with the kitchen. She liked him too. All right, like I said, Daniel O'Donnell isn't my cup of tea, but that's each to their own. She also keeps singing Mamma Mia, okay, like the film Mamma Mia. So I don't know if you can find out if they played Mamma Mia or something like that, but it's like the film on there, and she keeps showing it to me. Now, like I said, she just wants to say hello and please, like everybody that had been worried about her going into the nursing home, please don't worry about that, she said, because she said she was absolutely fine. She was actually really well looked after. Okay, really well looked after. Like I said, she just didn't like that one particular nurse, but they weren't too bad. All right, could you please send her love to that side of the family as well? And do you know who Derek or Eric is associated there as well? Because she's just shouted that name at me. And she told you to go to the dentist, Helen. So I don't know if you've got a dentist appointment booked, but if not, then get one, okay? Because she's saying definitely do that, okay? And she keeps saying, oh, sorry, before she goes, she's saying bloody doctor's surgery, right? Now, it feels like somebody's been trying to get through to a doctor's surgery, and it almost feels like I'm being passed from pillar to post, all right? She's saying, it's quite an old saying, I keep getting passed from pillar to post, she said. So whoever it is that's trying to get through to the doctor, it's almost like, I just want to turn up at the doctor. It's getting beyond a joke, okay? Just tell them you've been. Whoever needs to go to the doctor, tell them not to take no for an answer, because they're getting pushed from pillar to post. She doesn't like it, okay? They should be able to just walk into a doctor like the old days, she said. So make a stand on the doctors. So that, I don't know if that's you, your partner, or somebody around you, but just don't take no for an answer, she said. Okay, bit of a random message. She's absolutely hilarious. She's fine and dandy up there as she was down here, okay? She certainly hasn't changed in that department either. Okay, so sending lots of love to you and sending lots of love to her family. Oh, you're a GP receptionist. Somebody's trying to get a doctor's appointment and they can't though, right? But it feels like in your family, Helen. So please know that whoever it is, don't take no for an answer, because they do need to go and see a GP, okay? It might not even be at your surgery. It might be a completely other one. I'm not going to take it away though, because she said it. Right, okay. Lots of love to you, Helen. Lots of love to your family from this lovely lady, Vera. And just know that she's not changed one bit. All right, Flower. Right then, how are we getting on for time, Mr. Producer? Jane Morton. Do you know what? Jane Morton was on the other day, and I just had like 10 minutes before I had to go on, and somebody said, "Oh, somebody called Polly Harnett's come on her show," and she said she thought I'd been blacklisted, and she was surprised I was there. Devastated, I was devastated. Not really. Amanda, my husband only passed 35 days ago. Do you think that's too soon to come through? It's definitely not too soon to come through. I can answer the question. I can't promise I'll bring him through. I don't know if a lot of people possibly will understand what I mean, because an actual spirit can actually come through to you as they are passing, if they want to. They can come through on the day of their passing if they want to. Sometimes they come through before they have passed, especially if they are in a state where they are not conscious, or in a sort of severe state of like Alzheimer's, for example. They can come through, absolutely, okay. All we have to do is obviously realize that some people when they get to spirit need that little bit of time before they do come through. Time isn't quite the same as it is down here, okay. They take their time up there depending on, again, how they passed and any issues that were going on with them health wise or mental health wise. Sometimes they just take a little bit of time to come through, and sometimes we have to understand as well that as people down here, the ones that are left behind, sometimes they would think we're not quite emotionally ready to come through, okay, because it could be quite upsetting or quite emotional or just not quite ready, quite the right time for us. So absolutely, yes, he can come through, Amanda, but just like I said, I can't promise that he will right now. I will certainly just try and put the thought out there. Right, I don't know if you know. Do you know Amanda, Mr. P? You don't. Right, Amanda, the only person getting through for you, well, I don't know if it's for you actually, because like I said, my intention was today just to put it out there. If your husband was the person that had a stomach cancer or pancreatic, okay, because I keep going towards just underneath my I don't know what you call that, sternum, I don't know what you call it, but I just keep getting pains or quite an uncomfortable feeling around my stomach, where the rib cage meets there, okay, and just a little bit lower. Does this make any sense to you, Amanda, at all? If it does, then I can carry on with this. No answer. Okay. Mary, my mum and sister have never come through together before. Many thanks, Polly. They must like you. Thank you, Mary. Well, they've certainly come through to see you and talk to you today. So it's really, really lovely that you were on, because they obviously decided to come in together. And no, that's not your husband. Okay. Sorry, Amanda. Like I said, my intention was today just to put that out there. It might be that you want to go for a one-to-one reading with somebody. And there's lots of, obviously, through SPTV, all of the mediums on here are vetted. All of the mediums on here are vetted by Mr. P, and all of a good standard and are very, very honest. So is the directory up and working yet, Mr. Producer? Yeah, so there is a spirit directory that Mr. Producer can put a link on for you to find, if that is okay. And like I said, all of the people that work for SPTV are vetted and they are honest and they will do their absolute very best for you. Okay, so please do look at the directory and see who you get drawn to there. Okay, Gail, my husband had lymphoma. Okay. Right, Gail. Gail, did I can't remember what I just said a minute ago. Like I said, I get distracted so easily. Lymphoma. Right, Gail, if this makes sense to you, I'm going to carry on talking, okay? Please let me know if this does make sense. I feel when this gentleman just comes through, I feel, you know, all round ill, okay? It's like all round, like there's something almost like spreading very quickly within me, okay? Very quickly there. Just a moment. And there's a very, very quick decline in his health. It's almost like from being diagnosed, then there's sort of a very quick decline. He just keeps, when I say quick, it feels like it's either happening over a year or 18 months because it doesn't feel very long. Okay, I want to say there would have been some hope there on some treatment, but it just didn't work. Stage 4 in multiple organs. Right, okay. Blood cancer. I want to say all round. I feel when he comes in, and like I said to you earlier, everyone earlier, I'm just feeling empathically because they come right down into my energy. Okay, when they're up there, they have got no symptoms at all. They're just giving it to me, but very quick decline. It's almost like diagnosed far too late. But I want to say the symptoms hadn't been that bad until suddenly they were very bad. Okay, because it's really overtaken him. It was hugely aggressive. 4 weeks. Oh my goodness. Right, I really want to say, Gail, I don't know if you understand this, but he's talking about some illness. It's almost like, say, like within that whole year, all right, there was certainly some, like either some issues, some illness or some complications with him that I want to go back to the year before he passed. Okay, so like from the year to the day almost. It just feels like there'd been some issues, some things going on, some extreme tiredness with him. I've just got to cross my legs. I don't know why. Extreme lethargy, tiredness, but it's all gone boom. He said, okay, and he's talking about children with you, Gail. I hope this makes sense. But it all gone so quick. He's talking about like the organ failure, everything just like crashing down, but he's saying it's like this intense conversations you had within this last sort of part of his life. Okay, it's almost like, what are we going to do, what are we going to do? He's trying to sort of put your mind at rest. You're trying to sort of put his mind at rest, if you like. He was complaining about other things for a year previously, but yeah, I do. It's like going back a year. I just couldn't take that away. Have you got children, Gail? Because I keep seeing either 3 or 4. I want to say that there should have been either 3 or 4. Okay. That he's going back to. He's saying you're doing an amazing job, Gail. Now, this feels like it is all quite recent as well. Gail, can you just let me know when this happened? As in, has this all happened in the last year? Okay, because it feels like everything's gone so quick and you're still almost in like a shock mode, okay, or you're just like living every day. Now he's saying it's like that every day, it's almost like getting to the end of it. He was in hospital at the beginning of lockdown and had a very intense FaceTime calls. Oh no, because that's so sad. Do you know what? He is so here for you, Gail. He is so here for you. He doesn't want you to ever think that he's let go of your hand, okay? He's never letting go of your hand, he says, ever. All right. Now, he says that you worry, or you have worried, that because you think about him a lot, that you're keeping him here. You're not. He said he's here because he wants to be here. He has a son and 3 daughters. Right, okay, makes sense then. I think I said 3 and 4, didn't I? Did I can't remember. Yeah, 3 or 4. That would make sense for the 3 and the other one then. Right, okay, now he is you're never going to just keep him here. He's here because he wants you to be here. He's looking out for you all of the time. He says he knows that you've been lonely. Okay, he knows that. Now, he just wants you to know that he's getting into bed with you every day. Okay, every day. He said even if you found somebody else, he'd be in there as well. Right, now that is a joke, right? But he is like being serious. He doesn't want you to be all on your own forever. And I know that you might not be thinking like down that road at all, but it's important that you know that he's always going to be there waiting for you. But you've got a long way to go yet, he says. Okay, and he wants you to start living again. All right, he said you're doing a great job with the kids, an absolute fantastic job with those children. He wants, it's funny because he's just picking up a now on my table here, I always have my cards because that's how I work. Everything's around me, even though, as you can see, I'm not using any of them. Okay, but he's just picking up some cards there, and these are just like a fairy oracle. Okay, and he's giving them to you. He's saying that you need to start doing this. You need to start doing this, he says. I know he is. I just miss him. Ha ha, he would. Oh, bless him. But yeah, it's like he wants you to start thinking about your spiritual journey. Now, you probably have already for he's not telling me, but he's just saying that you just need to start this. Okay, you need to keep, it's like you need this other family, if you like. Okay, he just wants you to be involved. He just wants you to start learning. He said, but not just to talk to him. He said, just to, you know, he just wants you to do something for you. All right. He's saying, okay, you've just started, hooray! If I knew where you lived, I'd post these cards to you because he's apparently giving you them. Don't even know if you like them. But anyway, he's giving you them. I'm glad you've just started. He's talking about having a bit of a dabble with everything, okay? Because he's talking about angels, and then he's talking about spirit. SPT has brought you a new family. Yay. Fabulous. Right, now why is he sticking you on a horse, Gail? Why is he sticking you on a horse? Have you been thinking about horse riding, or is it something you've already done? Okay, is it either for you or one of your children there? But he keeps saying you on a horse, actually. Apparently you look good in jobbers, Gail. He's always been your #1 fan. All right, he's always been your #1 fan. Our baby, he named her Tiny Tink, our little fairy. Oh, that's adorable. Who's a horse rider? Okay, or who's thinking about horse riding, because he keeps showing me horses and horse riding. Okay, and he's also shoving you off onto a trip to like Devon or Cornwall. Okay, so I don't know if you've been talking about this or you've been organising something, but it's definitely in this country. Okay, he's shoving you all in a car and taking you Devon, Cornwall, Somerset way. Okay, that direction there. Okay. He's like a real chatterbox. Ha ha, not me, cheeky so-and-so. I was about the jobbers. Somebody is going to be wearing jobbers, or somebody's going to be horse riding, because it's like, it's almost like in a therapy way. Okay, it's really good for the soul. There's definitely a trip somewhere like Devon, Cornwall, Somerset area. Okay, because he's talking about that, and he won't take it away. He is a cheeky chap, but he's actually lovely. Our 2 younger ones are doing a pony day in half term. We have been talking for next year. Okay, around holidays. It's definitely an English holiday I'm seeing, and not necessarily an abroad holiday, Gail. Right, let me see if he's got anything else to say. Now, he's saying this and he's being gushy, okay, which is making me feel very emotional, actually. And I don't do emotion. But he's saying that the first day he met you, you were beautiful. He said, but every single day you're more beautiful to him. Every single day you look more beautiful. But he wants you to start smiling a little bit more, all right? And he said, don't feel guilty for smiling. Don't feel guilty for smiling, he says. and having a giggle. I don't know if you've befriended some particular people on SPTV, but he's almost like you're going to visit some more of the viewers, okay? And he's laughing about that. He said, you'll have a ball. He said, but there will be a bad influence on you, okay? So God knows which one of you it is out there that's going to invite Gail round. But Alison, okay. Right, because he's definitely showing me a few gin and tonics there, okay, or pink gin and tonic. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but it's something like that. And he just wants to send his love. I love him so much. Oh gosh, he's my soulmate. I do feel guilty, especially with the girls. Please don't feel guilty. Please don't feel guilty. He just doesn't want you to feel guilty. He wants you to enjoy yourself, okay? It's not going to stop you loving him. It's not going to stop you missing him. It's not going to stop how you feel. But it's important to him that he said that you look most beautiful when you're smiling, right? So please smile for him, okay, and have a giggle for him. Even if you go out with the girls and have a drink for him, okay, or raise a glass to him. At least, you know, you can gather with the girls. So seeing Christine incoming next March. I don't know who Christine is. Do I know who Christine is? Okay, right, lovely. So raise a glass to him when you go out with the girls or go out with people, and enjoy yourself, okay? Don't be afraid to enjoy yourself. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty about anything, okay? He doesn't want you to feel guilty about anything anymore, all right? He's saying about some good news coming in the Scorpio star sign, but he won't tell me what it is, okay? Watch this space. He won't even give me a clue what it is, so I can't tell you that either. He did love your smile. He said that you'd light up the room with that smile. He keeps talking about a little dog. Now, I don't know if you've got the little dog already, okay, but it's like a little sort of scruffy dog, all right? So either a bit like a border terrier or maybe a longer haired terrier, that sort of thing that he's showing me. He's talking about just get it. He's saying just get it. So I don't know if you've been tempted. You're a Scorpio, so am I. Go girl. I was born the day before Halloween. I was nearly a witch. Yeah, you shut it upstairs, you. Not your gentleman. This is Mr. P in my ear saying that, you know, I'm an old witch. Right, okay. Good news in Scorpio, right? It's probably got something to do with your birthday, but it's a surprise, so I'm not allowed to tell you. So watch this space. You're going to have to tell me, Gail. I'm going to leave him there only because he is absolutely hilarious. I have been talking about getting a companion for our dog, a little dog like a long-haired terrier, okay, or a scruffy terrier. It's like cute but scruffy, right? You'll love it. You won't regret it. He wants to send his love to you, and please send love to the children, okay? It's really important that you send the love to the children. He's saying give them a kiss each every night like you normally do, but there's like one from mum and one from dad, right? One from mum and one from dad, so they're always getting one on each cheek, all right? He says please know that he won't stop stalking you. He says he's not going to stop stalking you, Gail, but in a good way, all right? I'm sending his love. Leave his love with you, and God bless. Fabulous. Right, thank you for working with me. Thank you for everybody that I worked with tonight, and anybody that I didn't directly speak to but could understand the messages. Please do take them, because like I said, they do like to take advantage of a moment, and they do want to try and get hold of you all, okay? So if the information did make sense with you and all the information made sense with you about that reading, it feels really, really important that you take that information on, okay? Nikki, absolutely fantastic. Polly, you picked us all up with your fantastic messages. Oh, bless you. Oh, I feel all loved up. Right, you're going to be sick to death of me, because tomorrow I'm going to be on the Sunday sofa at 4 o'clock with the lovely Jane Morton. And so please do tune in tomorrow. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you, Amanda. And hopefully you'll get your message soon, Amanda. It won't be long, I am sure. Lovely show, Polly. Went too fast though. Okay, I know. I do talk like the clappers. I do try and pack a lot in, but sometimes I just can't pack enough in. Okay, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow at 4. But please do don't forget the divine service at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Right, and if you would all like to carry on the chat at 9:30 this evening, please go onto the SPTV fan page and you will get your link to go onto the Zoom chat where all the lovely SPTV people, viewers, and Mr. P himself will be joining you for a lovely chat. Unfortunately, I won't be able to, okay, this evening because I need to go and eat because I've now used all of the energy that I own. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care and enjoy your chat this evening. Bye-bye.